Hello everyone, I'm Paul Hackey. Welcome back to the Paul Hakimian Show. Today we got a great one planned. First we're here at Golo Indoor Golf in Paramus, New Jersey, and then we're going to go down to Colonial Ave and talk to some homeowners about all the festivities. Let's dive in. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Gary Sambornia. I'm the owner here of Golo Indoor Golf. Grew up locally in Washington Township, and we've been open here in Paramus for Golo for a little over a year now. I went to school for golf, became a golf instructor. I've been teaching golf for about 11 years, and so we do lessons here now, and then we also offer regular play. People come in, use the range, practice, play on the course. Yeah.
How do you start off in golf?
I started off, my dad was a golfer growing up, so I started golfing with my dad, and then kind of got hooked, played in high school, played in college, and then stuck with it after that.
So how did you start the business here at Golo?
So I've been teaching for years, and I was working at several different golf courses and teaching at various facilities, trying to pick up lessons, and then decided to kind of branch out on my own, do my own thing, and then also got some extra base to offer for people to practice on their own as well.
What skill level is required here at Golo?
All skill levels. We had a couple of LPGA players come in, we've had some pros. We have people who have never played golf before. There's tons of mini games. Even if you don't golf, you can still have fun here.
So can you tell me about some of the facilities you have here?
So we have 5 state-of-the-art indoor golf simulators here. You can see some people warming up on the driving range, playing on the golf course. We also have 6 big screen TVs here to catch whatever game's on, whatever night you stop by. We have some cornhole boards over there for if you get here early or want to stay late, hang out. We have a nice open space here, which is big for parties and events, like to set up tables and chairs and stuff like that for additional seating, eating. And then if you head back here, we can show you the putting green where people like to warm up and work on their putting. We also have some stuff here out for our junior camps. We just had our junior clinic wrap up before. And this is our putting green room. People come in here, maybe they're a little early for their tee time, warm up here, kill 10 minutes while they wait for their bay to be open. Also, a lot of people like to come in here and use our various putting training aids, help work on their putting stroke. Putting indoors will definitely translate to their game outdoors. So these are one of our simulators here. Basically, you have multiple options. Some people come in, use the driving range, either to warm up or just come in, use the driving range the whole time while they're working on their game. We also have over 90 different golf courses that you can play from, including the most recent Ryder Cup in Italy. We have several PGA Tour, LPGA Tour courses, a lot of the vacation destinations here as well. And then we also have some mini games here. These are great for those who aren't avid golfers. We have darts, cornhole, beer pong, skee ball, mini golf. These are good for everybody. You don't have to be a golfer to enjoy your time here at Golo Indoor Golf.
All of this virtual golf simulation technology you have here, how new is it?
The technology has been around now probably 10 to 15 years, but in the last, I would say 5 to 10 years, it's really come a long way, gotten very accurate, and definitely it's not what, if you've played on a simulator some 20 years ago at a golf store, it's way different than that. I think it's much more accurate now.
The technology you have set up here, about how old is it?
These simulators are about a year old, so everything is a little over a year old.
So it's basically up to tech, brand new?
Yes, pretty much, yep.
Well, I definitely want to get a try on one of these simulators. Let's, if you don't mind, can we go over there and take a shot on some of them?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
All right, yeah. So now I'm here on the green, and I'm going to give this a shot here. So do you mind if I just go here and take a shot? All right, so, and I got to warn you, I'm not much of a golfer, but here, let's see what I can do.
That's not bad.
And then, so there's the real golf ball there, but then on the screen it just continues rolling. So, okay, so now to set this up, what do I do?
Same thing, you just got to put a ball on this center square right there.
So right about there?
Yeah, right anywhere in here, just, yep.
And over here, if you see, the simulation right on the screen over there, it's all set up on this screen here too, and it's controlled by this computer setup here.
Right.
Yeah. Back now here with the driver, okay. So, all right.
For the driver, we're going to want to put it on a tee.
Oh, of course, yeah. do you have to bring your own clubs, or can Golo loan them out to you for the?
Yeah, so we recommend if you have your own clubs to bring your own clubs, but if not, we have plenty of clubs here you can borrow.
All right.
All right.
All right, not bad. All right, so I want to talk about on the ball here. So these little black markings, are these kind of like the sensors?
So they're basically those markings are just they come printed on the ball, and these are just to help the cameras basically track the spin. So when it's taking those pictures, it can tell exactly how that ball is rotating and where it's going. If it was solid white, like a plain golf ball, it wouldn't be able to track the spin as accurately.
So while I golf, what inspired you to make this business?
So basically, I've just been teaching for years and basically paying rent at various facilities to teach. So I decided rather than pay rent at other places, why don't I get my own spot and open up?
So where do you even like buy this technology? Like, I mean, I don't even know where you would find some of this stuff.
So this actually, it all comes together. So the company is About Golf that supplies the simulator. So everything is all included. When you purchase the sim, you get the launch monitor, which is tracking the ball, projector, the computer, the screen, the bay, everything, the turf, all that's all in one.
It's all inclusive package?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might give it one more, and then I might let you go on, Gary. Because
Okay.
I'm no shot, as the viewers can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the driving range mode, but is there like any like mini games you have here?
Yeah, so this is a driving range. We also have rounds, which would be various different courses. So we have where they just played the Ryder Cup a couple weeks ago. We have numerous PGA Tour courses. We have about 90 or so courses now. And then we have, like I mentioned before, we have some mini games here. We could try darts out. Darts is always a hit. We even have mini golf for the kids.
A little game here, right?
Yep, yeah. So now you're just trying to hit one, try to get it on that dartboard. And when you hit the golf ball, it'll show up on the screen as a dart.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, when you swing, try to keep your feet still and try to go back slow. That's better. Stand a touch further away from the ball. That's it. There you go.
There we go. 5. All right.
There you go. Darts is always good because it's a little bit of luck involved too. The numbers are kind of all randomly placed around that board, so it makes it a little more fair.
Oh, triple.
There you go.
So can two people play against each other, or?
Yeah, so darts is set up for 2 teams. So you have the red team 1 and blue team 2. So you'd basically take turns hitting 3 shots each, and then you'd switch with the opposing team.
Here we go.
That's it.
Here we go. A 1. All right, so team 2 is up. So Gary, if you want to give this a shot and put some of my bad golf.
All right.
So I'll take the. Yeah. So even though this is just a game here, does it also kind of train like precision and everything?
It does, yes. You could definitely even use some of these mini games to practice hitting shorter shots and trying to work on your accuracy. So hopefully you can get a little more accurate at some different shots out there on the course.
Yeah, so for some of these, like for lessons for like younger children, like are these games included like kind of in the lesson plan?
Yeah, a lot of times with the lessons with the younger children, we'll start on the range, maybe work a little bit on the technical aspect of the swing, and then I always like to save 10, 15 minutes at the end to kind of do some type of game, whether it be darts or mini golf or something, try to keep it fun, but also use the skills that we just worked on.
Yeah, like do the fun stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Definitely. So is there any other like really like good modes here that we could check out?
Show you maybe some of the courses.
Yeah, let's check out some of the course simulations. Yeah.
The most popular one typically is always Pebble Beach. Definitely a tougher one, but this is one that everyone always likes to play.
It's classic.
Yeah. Hakimian start. So you could play 18 holes. You play front 9, back 9. Right. It takes about an hour per person to play 18. So if you came with a group of 4 guys or 4 women, it'll take about 4 hours to play the round, but you're not locked in to play 18. You could always come for 2 hours, get in about 9 or whatever you get in. That's always fine.
So like in your packages, do you sell like the packages by hour or like by course?
So it all goes by time. So everything pretty much goes by the hour, but we go in half-hour intervals. So you could do it for an hour, half hour. In the busy season, we do tend to get pretty busy, so we always recommend booking the amount of time you're going to need. In the off season, which kind of we're out of now, but in the summertime, in the off season, sometimes you can come for an hour, and then you could always add more time on if there's no one waiting for the bay after you.
In the busy season, about how far out do you like book out, like in terms of reservations?
So we always recommend booking about a week in advance, especially weekends and weeknights. Weeknights are busy. Weekends tend to get very busy. If you come weekday mornings, you can sometimes get away with coming in a couple days in advance, calling or walking in that day. But definitely that weeknight and weekend times tend to fill up fast in the season. So I'd say about a week out.
All right, so let's see some good golf now. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I never said I was a golfer. Oh, a little bit too much on. Up in the bunker. Yeah. So when you hit a ball in the water on the simulation here, does it have like a whole animation of everything going in the water?
Yeah, we show the ball going in. We can hit one in the water if you want to see.
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, and you even have the little advertisements on the course there.
Yes, we do for some local spots.
Yeah. It is high, it is far, it is gone. And then on the top there, it tracks all the stats and everything.
Yeah, it shows your stats. You have the option even with a drop down to if you really want to see all your numbers.
Wow, so it gets real, and it even gets the spin rate and everything.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, everything on there. And then when you go in here, you'd have to take a drop. So you'd have to drop your ball. It does all the stuff for you. So it's official scoring.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it does pretty much all the work for you. Keep score. It'll tell you who's up. It gives you all your information in the bottom corner there, down on the right-hand side. So it shows you how far you are, your distance, elevation, all that stuff.
Yeah. So during the busy season, is this like not only is it a golf a golf training play and like a little bit of place to hang out, but like is it like these couches and everything over here? Is it kind of like a hangout spot? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we do have some people come in a lot of times. So we are a bring your own facility. We have some chips, snacks, and we have some non-alcoholic beverages, but you're welcome to bring your own drinks and order food here. So sometimes people come with their friends who aren't even golfing. They'll just hang out and watch while they golf. They'll have some drinks, eat some food, and hang out, watch whatever sport games on TV, and whatever we got going on.
So, have you ever had any like really famous golfers come in here so far?
We have one woman, I actually forgot her name. We had one woman from the LPGA Tour come in last season during the winter season, and a couple football players have stopped by here in the area too.
Yeah, a lot of those players kind of live up in this area. All right, so moving on now, I want to check out over there the putting green. If we could walk over. All right. So look at this. There's a whole other little enclave in here. So this is just for like putting and then kind of like mini and stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is where a lot of times people will come, especially during busy season. They get here and their simulator's not ready yet, or if there's another group playing on that simulator, then they'll come back here. It's a good way to kill kind of 5-10 minutes if you're here a little early. Some people stay after, just work on their short game, and it's really useful for the lessons to have this back here to work on some students putting.
Yeah, it's a nice little waiting room.
Yes, yeah, definitely a good way to kill time. We got the sporting games on in here as well. TVs everywhere.
Oh, host.
So we didn't build any slope in. It is relatively flat as the floor is. So there is some little subtle slope in here, but for the most part, it's pretty flat. So it actually benefits when you're working on your stroke. You kind of want to have a flat ground so you can see exactly what you're doing and not have any outside factors.
Yeah, and then this little bit of a tape here, is this like a dividing line?
This is just the turf comes in basically 15-foot wide pieces. So these are two pieces this is like special turf seam tape. So when you put over that seam, it is still pretty smooth. I can hit one over there for you. It'll have a little wobble, but not much. Rolls pretty smooth over that as opposed to having the actual seam sitting there.
Yeah, I see. Definitely gotcha. Now here, let me take one.
Yeah.
Like I might be a little bit better at this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try for that one.
All right. Oh, too strong.
Better than on the simulators.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is.
First one of the day. Yeah. So then over here, is this the kind of like measurings and?
So these are actually just various putting training aids we have. So we even have a chart here, kind of show people what they are. But there's just various tools here. These are actually, they're all folded up, but these are putting rings. So you can practice putting, trying to get in a 3-foot or a 6-foot circle. These are simple yardsticks, and you basically just putt down the yardstick to help you work on rolling the ball straight. And this is to help you with your putting path and tempo, all various training aids that people use.
Can you show me how this one works?
Yeah. Here, I'll give you if you want to.
Yeah. Oh, so it folds out.
Yeah. You just throw this around your hole here. And then now when you're practicing, you're just trying to work on, especially more so for longer putts, where you're not necessarily trying to always make these out on the course. You're just trying to get them in that 3-foot circle. This helps give you a little visual, and you're just trying to roll them into that circle rather than try to always just focus on making them.
Yeah, so form is a big thing in golf, but what are some of the other keys to the game?
A lot of golf, there's a lot of mental aspects with it, which I think being in the simulator can help because you can still work on your strategy and course management versus at the driving range where you're just kind of whacking balls aimlessly. Here, you still get to practice playing on the course, so all those same factors on the course where you hit a bad shot, you got to recover, and you had a bad hole, you still have that stuff there, and you're going back and forth from hitting various clubs. It's not just hit 107 irons in a row. You can mix it up here.
Yeah, so is there a mental aspect to golf?
Yes, definitely a big mental aspect, all right? It can definitely be a frustrating sport, especially a lot of baseball players turn golfers seem to struggle with the fact that this ball's not moving. The other one was moving 90 miles an hour, and they can hit that one, not this one. So definitely can be a mental aspect, a frustrating sport, to say the least. So definitely big-time mental aspect to golf.
Would you say the difference between like recreational golfers and like the pro tour golfers, are they just two different animals?
Yeah, definitely. Like the pro golfers on tour, we always say are kind of the 1% of the 1%. So definitely a different breed there. So those guys really don't make many mistakes at all, and the mistakes are very small. The amateur golfer may hit some good shots that are equivalent to what you would see on TV, but they may do it once around, where tour pros are doing it all day, every day.
So the pro golfers, like if they were on the simulations out there, would they be able to like just play perfectly on the simulations, or because they're so dialed into playing on like real courses, or would it be like a little bit of a transfer?
It would definitely transfer over to the simulator. So we've had very good golfers playing here, so scratch golfers, professional golfers, and they all will, it'll translate just saying here. Sometimes better players tend to play a little bit better on here because you are hitting off of turf. So the one advantage you have to the simulator is you always have a nice, perfect lie off of turf. Versus outside, maybe you have a little uneven lie. You got to stand awkward. You don't have to worry about that in here. You don't have to worry about the wind or the rain and any type of long grass. So really good players can actually take advantage of being on a perfect lie. But it definitely translates outdoor to indoor and vice versa, indoor to outdoor.
So now fall and winter are kind of starting to start up here, up in New Jersey. So like, are you guys be seeing a bit more of an uptick in people because this is, an indoor facility of golf?
Yes, for sure. We've been fortunate the last, don't know, probably like 8 Saturdays or so. Every weekend it seems to be raining, so not good for everybody else, but great for business here as an indoor golf facility. So typically we do well when the weather's not nice. So whenever it's raining outside, snowing outside, or now as it starts to get cold and the golf courses tend to clear out, we tend to see a little uptick in business. And then it carries on through the spring. It's always tough to tell when the season ends, but pretty much once the weather turns, that's when it starts to slow down a little bit in the summer.
Is weather a huge factor in pretty much everything in golf?
Yeah, so I would say even not only from the business standpoint, when you're playing outside, it's a huge factor. When it's warmer, the ball goes further. When it's windy conditions, scores are going to go up. It's going to be tougher to play in the wind, rain, cold, all that stuff as well.
Does it affect like control of the swing and control of like where the ball gets hit?
I wouldn't say it would necessarily control your swing. Your swing would be your swing, but the weather definitely has an effect on the result of the shot. On a windy day, it's going to go a little shorter. If it's raining, it's not going to roll as much. If it's dry, we're in a drought, it's going to roll like crazy. So yeah, it definitely has a huge factor on that.
All right, so I gotta ask, just in this whole facility since you started, has there ever been someone like who gets so mad on like the simulations they just like break the clubs?
We have had a few clubs broken. I have showed up sometimes and look in the garbage and I see a shaft sticking out of the garbage. So we know someone either got a little angry there, but very rarely. I will say it has happened very rarely, but there has been a couple clubs snapped in here, I will say for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we're gonna probably wrap things up there. I'd like to thank you for letting us like come out to your facilities here. Do you have any last kind of notes you want to give to our audience here?
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we see some of the audience here in the future. We got we're located here, in Paramus at 49 East Midland Ave. So we're right on corner of Midland Ave and From Road, if you're familiar with the area, down the street from Paramus Park Mall. You can find us at goloindoorgolf.com. You can book online or give us a call.
All right, that's about it for now. Coming up on the Paul Hakimian Show, we go down to Colonial Avenue, and we're going to check out what's going on down there for Halloween. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Hello, everyone. I'm Paul Hackey. Welcome back to the Paul Hakimian Show. For this segment, we're going to do a tradition here at Township. We're going to go up and down Colonial Ave. I'm here with our first resident of Colonial Ave. So how long have you been living on Colonial?
17 years.
What decorations do you have out today?
So we have, I think it's called a mad dog. I'm not 100% sure. We just refer to him as the dog. We have a demon, a couple of headstones, a few witches, and every now and then we have some animated monsters that come to life.
How long have you been decorating like this for Halloween?
Probably the last 10 years. Thank you. About 10 years.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here now with another resident of Colonial. How long have you lived on Colonial? What decorations do you have up? Okay, very, very concise. Thank you. All right, I'm here with another resident of Colonial. What's your name and how long have you been living on Colonial?
My name is Anthony Capasso. We've been here for 12 years now, 13, something like that. 15 now. It's even better.
Yeah. How long have you been decorating like this?
Probably the last 10 years.
What kind of decorations do you have here?
We got all skeletons. We got a pumpkin patch and a graveyard.
Can you tell me about that one pumpkin skeleton there?
Oh, that's a scary pumpkin. That's what's the name of that guy? Oh, Inferno. That's the Inferno guy. That's the Inferno man. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
I'm here now with another resident. So what's your name and how long have you been living on Colonial?
My name's Mike. I've been here for 8 years.
How long have you been decorating like this?
Every year it gets bigger and bigger, probably since we had kids, 5 years.
So what are some of the decorations you got here?
Ghostbusters, pumpkin. I like to be a little PG because there's a lot of scary stuff. We got young kids, so.
Right, especially across the street there.
Yep. Yeah, but we love it, and it's a great event for the town. It builds community, and We're happy to be a part of it.
Right, it's a great time. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here now with some of the officers in town. Every year they close down Colonial Avenue so you can get the best trick-or-treating experience. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we started doing this about 6 years ago. One of our retired officers, Heather Castronova, started it. And it was kind of a grassroots program from a lot of the parents on Colonial that seems to be the most popular street. So we close it down for safety. Honestly, it's gotten a little bigger than we want it to be, but we're managing it.
It's getting out of hand.
I wouldn't say out of hand. It's just it's bigger than it's been ever. So we're using a lot of outside agencies. We have the assistance of the Bergen County Sheriff's Department today. The police and fire and ambulance from town are here, and we have the Bergen County Rapid Deployment Team. So it's it's a combined effort of a lot of law enforcement agencies just to provide a safe environment.
Very planned out.
Everything is well planned out. Yep.
How long do you guys take to plan for this every year?
Planning starts probably 3 months ahead of time for this. We've had several meetings with various county agencies. You see all the police officers are here. There's also some assets that you don't even see. We have cameras up, we have drones, and we even have some undercover officers.
Look, I'm here now with another resident. So how long have you been living on Colonial?
Almost 20 years.
Can you tell us a little bit about your decorations here?
We are like the skeleton house. We put skeletons all over the place, and this year it's actually called Skeletons for St. Jude. So we're raising money for St. Jude's Hospital.
Do you guys have like a social page or something to viewers?
I don't. I probably should.
Yeah.
I think if you go online, there's like Skeletons for St. Jude. They can just donate straight to there if they want.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll see. All right. Can you tell me how long you've been living on Colonial?
16 years.
Oh, wow. So can you tell me about some of your decorations here?
Yes, we have the Chicken Parm Club over there. We have my mausoleum over here. We have 95 pumpkins in the front over here. We have a Jason and Michael Myers, which are vintage on the porch. And we have a bunch of other animatronics from Party City and from Spirit of Halloween.
But
and
what he's not telling you is my daughter does it all by herself.
No.
It takes her 2 weeks to do it. That's right.
Can you tell us about the pumpkins? Are they hand carved or?
They're hand carved. They're not real. They're like a hard styrofoam from Michael's. And one of our friends does it. He does it with like a hot knife. And he's very talented.
So do you reuse them every year?
We reuse them every year, and we add on to the collection every year. It's like different themes throughout the year that we experience, and what my kids experience, and like our favorite things throughout the year.
What have been some of the themes of the pumpkins?
Well, we're diehard New York Mets fans, so we have a few New York Mets. Unfortunately, a few New York Mets things.
The Yankees ain't doing much better, too.
No, that is correct. A shout out to my friends over there from Washington Township. And we have a lot of like horror movie themes, and we have our pets. We have pumpkins carved of them, and different shows that we watch, and different things that like my children like. Yes.
How many pumpkins did you start out with?
We started out with one pumpkin that had a C for our last name, and the next year we probably had about 10 pumpkins, and then we just kept going and going and going, and so like a snowball effect throughout the years.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah. Take care. I'm here with a Colonial housegoer. Can you tell me your name and how long you've been living in Washington Township?
My name's Paul Hakimian. I've been here for almost 20 years now.
Really?
Yes.
Your name's Paul Hakimian.
My name is Paul Hakimian.
Do you know what show I'm doing right now?
I have no idea.
Well, sir,
Yeah.
whatever your name is, I'd like to welcome you to the Paul Hakimian
Hey,
Show.
thanks. My name is Paul, too. Paul Hakimian.
Paul
That
Hakimian?
is freaking weird, isn't it?
Yeah, so
you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, we're having a good time before I pan this way. Over here, we got all the costumes going. We got hibachi grills over here. Over here, we got hibachi grills. Over there, we got the hot tubs, jacuzzis, the wine bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real good.
What do you like about Colonial Ave in a Halloween?
Just all the people floating around from other cities coming here now. You can tell it's really crowded, and it's just a good time.
All right, that says it. Thank you, Paul Hakimian.
Thank you, Paul Hakimian. Bye-bye now.
It's a little crowded. I'm here now with Michael Myers. So, Mike, how long have you been living on Colonial?
I've been on Colonial for 2 years now.
Can you tell us a little bit about your decorations you have up here?
Absolutely. I'm a little bit of a maniac, so we have a mixture of witches and goblins and ghosts and all things scary.
Just the whole roster.
That is correct.
All right, thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Now, I would run if I was you.
Oh. Hi there. So can you tell us your name and how long you've been living on Colonial?
My name's Mike Fusco. We've been on Colonial for, it'll be 14 years. We've been in this house this is our third Halloween in this house.
So you've been decorating like this for 3 years then?
Yeah, just since we moved into this house, we've really gotten caught up with everybody doing it, and we've started really going nuts every year.
So how many years did you say you were on Colonial?
We lived up the street for a number of years, and we moved here 2 years ago, and this is our third Halloween in this house.
So this is the second house on Colonial?
Yes, yes.
A seasoned veteran.
Yeah, it started off slow, and it just really picked up. Every year it gets bigger and better, and it seems like we have more people every year.
Yeah, of course. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
For our Paul Hakimian Show finale, I'm here now with the house that started everything here, 347 Colonial. Can you tell us your name and how long you've been on Colonial?
My name's Diane Holzer, and I've been on Colonial for 24 years.
Can you tell me?
Started this little by little every year to where we are now. And we started the block gathering probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And each house is slowly, everybody's been getting involved with it. They call me the grandma.
Why do they call you that?
Because I'm the one who started it all.
Of course. So is there any kind of mission or anything with doing this whole thing? Or is it just to have fun?
Just to have fun, but also I have handicapped children, so it's hard for us to get out to meet people and be with people. So I said, what a better way than to bring the people to me. So we get to bring the community to us, and we get to enjoy this day. This is a special day for me, and I enjoy having all these people around.
All right, very nice. Thank you. That's all for this segment. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. I'm here with Aiden Carazana. And Aiden, here, tell me about the last game against Dumont. You had a great game, both sides of the ball, touchdowns and interceptions. But what was the key to your game last week?
Just played in myself, played confident. I'm just simply him, just seems to be.
How did the team adjust after a rare interception from Carthage?
We just kept playing our game, knew if we kept chipping away that we're going to win the game. I mean, it happens. It was the first pick all year, so just kept chipping away.
Here, Aiden, can you break down with me your interception from the game?
We're in a cover 2, so I got my outside jam press. Quarterback rolled out, saw the ball, just took that away. Tried making a move, but then got hawked down, so it's tough, but game-changing play.
So, Aiden, do you have any thoughts on this week's game coming up versus Newton?
The only thought is to win. Just keep preparing, keep doing us, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go win.
All right, thank you. I'm here now with Coach Nelson and the team. So, Coach, how did the team adjust after Carthage's rare interception?
Stayed calm, knew it, doesn't happen often, and just stick with it, stick with our offense, and continue playing.
So, once again, Westwood, in usual fashion, they won their game 41-12. I mean, can you give some light on just Westwood's brand of playing?
Right now they've been playing real tough and with a certain attitude, and I think that carries a long way. They're playing as one unit, playing as a team, and, trusting each other.
So now Westwood's entering a little bit more deep water against Newton, an opponent they really don't face too much in the regular season. Can you give some light on that?
So Newton's a pretty, tough physical team, well coached. Been good, when I was playing in high school even. They're going to bring it. They're going to come ready to play and think they have a shot and give us their all.
How does playing in high school like you did transfer to being in a coaching role?
It's a good question. It's pretty cool. It's a very different side of it, but when you no longer can play, it's kind of the next best option, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
And also, during the basketball season, you're the freshman basketball coach. Can you give some light on some of the new kids you're seeing, new faces?
Yeah, so with basketball, they just started their fall workouts. I've seen some of the kids there. They seem excited and ready to go. I have a few in class as well, so it's, good conversations with them.
Think it's going to be a good year?
Hope so, yes.
All right, thank you, Nally.
Thank you.
I'm here now with Mike Karsich. And so, Mike, on the defensive side of the ball, what was some of the keys to the success of the last game?
They came out throwing, taking shots, so trusting our defensive backs and our plan on the defensive side to stop the pass. And our pass rush, obviously, with our D-line started that.
Do you have any thoughts about the next game coming up versus Newton?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. They're a wing T team. We got to complete the opposite of what Dumont runs. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to prepare for Newton. We're going to have a good game on Friday night.
All right, thank you. I'm here now with Coach Camp, one of the coaches on the girls basketball team. So, Coach, even though it's still Cardinals playoffs, Westwood's winter season is starting to come too. So can you talk about your team a little bit? What do you think is going to go on this season?
Absolutely. First of all, still very excited for the football team to finish up their season, the other fall sports to finish up as well. But for our team this year, we're really looking forward to the winter season as well. We're excited about our team, a team that gained a lot of experience last year, bringing back a lot of really important players, a lot of pieces. We're pumped for this season. I know the girls are too.
How did the team do last year?
Last year, we finished, I think, around 17 wins. We had a very competitive team. Fortunately, we suffered a lot of injuries throughout the season, which did hurt us quite a bit. But, we made a great push in the playoffs at the end of the season. Again, lots of experience gained. Really looking forward to this year.
Do you think there might be some pieces in the freshman grade that might be able to help the varsity team?
Absolutely. It's still early to tell. We have to go through the whole process of preseason, scrimmages. But as games start, we'll see, and hopefully you have some players step up.
All right, thank you.
You got it. Thanks, Paul.
That's all for today. I'd like to thank the people at Golo Golf. What's your address and social?
So our address is 49 East Midland Ave. It's on the corner of Midland Ave and Fromm Road in Paramus, if you're familiar with the area. And our website is goloindoorgolf.com. Our social media on Instagram is Golo Indoor Golf with underscores instead of spaces. And on Facebook, we're Golo Golf.
All right, and also I'd like to thank some of the residents of Colonial Ave for taking the time to do a small segment on our show. Really appreciate it. I think it came out great. And also I'd like to thank my dad behind the camera here. He helped out with this segment. And as always, I'm Paul Hakimian, and you are watching The Paul Hakimian Show on WCTV, the all-volunteer cable access group from the Township of Washington. Take care now.